You are literally feeding your body crap, but you are expecting it to run like a Rolls Royce. This is part 3 of the Glow Up series. And if you are brand new, I'm Christy Muhammad, founder of Women CEO Project, which is a global business development firm for women entrepreneurs. But this Glow Up series is not about, your skincare or, you need to eat this or that. It's not about that per se. However, I am talking about how you can glow up in a way that can help you be a better businesswoman, help you be a better CEO, help you to actually show up the way that you want to show up better. So let's talk about what you are feeding your body and how you are or you are not setting yourself up to win. I get the opportunity to kind of do like on the ground surveying and assessment, because when I work with my clients and I'm able to see what they're dealing with and what they're doing, what their day-to-day looks like, a lot of the times I will ask the ladies, are you sleeping? You said a lot of things, and I am wondering if you perhaps have more than 24 hours in your day or if you aren't sleeping. I don't know too many women that are getting all the sleep that they need to be getting, right? And sometimes I'll ask, what are you eating? Okay. I am not a therapist. I am not a life coach. I am a business consultant. But I know after being in business, 22 years, that if I don't sleep, if I'm not eating well, I'm not going to show up well as a CEO. I know and have learned from, making consistent mistakes that if I don't set myself up to win in multiple areas of my life, I literally am asking my body to do something that it cannot do. You don't have the energy. You don't have what you need to actually get things done. Okay, let's start with sleep. I am horrible with this. It is something that I actively have to work on. If I know that, hey, I need to get up at X o'clock in the morning for whatever reason. I'm on a workout plan with my husband right now. We're getting up at 4 o'clock Monday through Thursday. Can you believe that? It's so hard, y'all. I'm not one of those people that's going to say, it's so easy and I love it. I don't. And it's not easy. It's hard. Almost every single morning. Like, it's easier for me to pick out the mornings that it's not hard because they're rare. Okay. It's hard every single time. For anyone who wants to know, it is very difficult. Okay. But we do it because of the way our schedule is right now. Come 6 months from now, our schedule may have changed and we may be back to getting up at 6 or whatnot. We used to get up about 6 and go. So we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is very difficult to go to the gym. Okay. Now, why am I doing this? Okay. Like, why am I have a variety of reasons, but let's talk about the business reasons. Why am I doing this? I have learned that I need to have stamina to compete and to make it as a business owner right now. And one of the ways that I have stamina is making sure that I work out my heart. This is not vanity. That's why I said we'll just talk about the business side of it. This has nothing to do with vanity or anything like that. I know that if my heart is not, if I haven't developed that muscle, right? Because your heart is a muscle. I know that if I haven't developed that muscle, that I will literally not have the stamina to do what I need to do as the CEO and a wife and a daughter and all the things that I do. So I am actively working on increasing my stamina by making sure that my heart gets a certain amount of, exercise and cardio each week. Okay. That is the main reason. I know that that is a part of setting myself up to win as an entrepreneur, is making sure that I have stamina. A lot of the clients that I talk to, and even when I see other women's videos online, they are dragging. They don't understand why they literally have no energy at all. All right. It's not all your sleep, but some parts of it is your sleep. If you are running off fumes and you are not sleeping regularly, How in the world do you expect your body to run completely smooth and you should be able to do everything that you want to do in a day without getting tired? It doesn't actually make sense, but we do it every day. We do it every day, and we are asking our body to do and produce so much, and we have not done the things that our body needs so that it can produce those things, right? So sleep is very important. I'm not going to tell you how many hours to get because everyone is different. I know that for me, I need 7 to 8 hours consistently. Okay. 7 to 8 hours consistently. Sometimes people are like, when you start to get older, what are some of the differences? I can tell you between 20 and 40 is sleep. Not a ton of differences, but maybe about 3 differences between the 20s and 40. One of them is sleep. When I used to be in my 20s, I could travel. I started traveling internationally in my 20s, and I used to be able to travel, fly back in, cross oceans, and then I could go and show houses the very next day. I can't do that now. I need about 2 days. I need to bake in 2 days to my return, to rest, regroup, get my sleep back together. In my 20s, I didn't need that. I could go right in the very next day. I did it so many times. Sleep is very important. I know that I need between 7 and 8 hours. I also know, because we love to say, we're grown. I'm grown. Okay, well, your grown behind knows that you need to get some sleep. Your grown behind knows you need to not eat processed food, but we'll get there in a moment. Okay? I know that I don't immediately go to sleep. My husband does, and I look at him, and I be so jealous. Like, he can be like, good night. And I'm like, my God, that is a blessing. It is a blessing for the people to be able to go to sleep like that. I do not. I know that I have to wind down. So when I am planning my sleep, I have to plan the wind down as well. Okay, I need 45 minutes to an hour to start coming down before I go to sleep. So then I work my way backwards with what time I need to get up. I hope that helps some of you. Y'all already know this. But anyway, I broke it down in case some of you don't. Okay. So first is sleep. Second is what you're eating. Okay. Now, when I tell people like what I cook every day, Monday through Friday. People are shocked because I'm thick. You know, they're like, oh, I thought if you ate super healthy that you'd be slim. No, because it's carbs and really healthy foods. Okay. So, but eating healthy food has helped so much. People ask me all the time about my skin. Now I have no lashes, so that's a difference. And I have a ring light on to my right. But I very rarely have skin problems. Like almost never. I get 1 to 2 bumps a year, y'all. And one of the things that I attribute to that is the fact that I don't eat processed food very often. Every now and then I'll grab some fries, but I don't eat processed food, y'all. That has helped so much with my skin, y'all. I see so many of these young ladies and they take off their makeup and it looks like a war has happened. And I always wonder what they're eating. That's what it makes me think. Now I know hormones and all of that. Shoot, I'm going through hormones right now, but my skin isn't messing up. And I know everyone's different, but it immediately makes me think, what are they eating? I don't eat beef, chicken, pork, or shellfish. I cut out beef over 20 years ago. I saw Tina Turner in concert, and Tina Turner at the time was somewhere in her 60s. And she had on a pair of shoes that were the exact same shoes that I have. They were some Stuart Weitzman pumps. And that woman danced in them Stuart Weitzman pumps that I needed to shoot. I needed to say hi and sit down in. And that woman danced in them for hours. She took a very short 5-minute break, changed, went into another outfit, popped back out on stage, still in those Stuart Weitzmans and danced. And I thought, I need to work on my life, obviously. I'm in my early 20s, y'all. And so I go and I look up, what does Tina Turner do? Let me find out. I found out she didn't eat beef. And I remember I stopped eating beef at that time. It was vanity, y'all. I stopped eating beef that long ago. In the last 9 years, I cut out chicken and pork. Okay. Saw a difference with that. A big difference. It's 3 years in May, I cut out shellfish, even though I'm from Louisiana, which I think shellfish was actually the hardest. No more crawfish, no more shrimp, no more crab legs. Oh my gosh. I cut that out about 3 years ago. I have seen my allergies went with the shellfish. Who knew? I didn't know allergies were causing me to have, that shellfish was causing me to have allergies every year. I don't have allergy attacks. I haven't had an allergy attack in 3 years. My last one was in 2022. That also is the year that I stopped eating shellfish. Okay. So I have learned that part of what helps me to show up better and glow up as a CEO is what I'm putting in my body. If I were to eat a lot of processed food, which we all have, in college, in your early 20s, for convenience, you eat a lot of processed food. That crap is horrible. If you can put a bag of fries in your pantry and let them sit there for 20 years. I just saw a woman pull out a Burger King burger and some fries, and everything still looked pretty good. And she had been keeping them for 24 years. What is it doing to our body? Right? We're all just thinking, we're not thinking about perfection. We are thinking about how do we set ourselves up to win as a CEO? How do we set ourselves up to win? Okay. Start to try to pull processed food out of your diet. All that bologna and meat that's already cut, that's processed. If it's in a box, it's a really good chance that it's processed. I am not a health coach or anything. I do what works for me. But because you guys ask me these questions all the time, that is why I'm sharing this. Cutting out processed food, cutting out beef, chicken, and pork. And you know what shellfish did? Took my allergies with it, which is great. It helped my body so much. Okay. The third thing that I will say is that you must supplement. Y'all, this is something I just learned this year in 2025. I have to admit, I didn't know supplementing was as important as it is. I learned, I'm thinking, well, we eat so healthy that we should be perfectly fine. We eat garlic almost every day. We are eating, the onions. We're eating certain types of vegetables. I'm like, we're fine. We're fine. Right? My husband's, has very light blood pressure issues, and they've gotten so much better to where he doesn't need his little pill anymore. So I'm like, I'm on my job. Like I did it. I was lacking iron. I had no idea. I was lacking iron, and to a high level, y'all. I didn't know. I found out by almost passing out. That's how I found out. And so going down the journey, I won't put y'all through that, but I found out that I was really low on iron and vitamin D, which a lot of women are finding out right now. Me no different. And for the first time, got a full iron panel. I've had a physical every year. No one's checked my iron. No one's done full iron panel, but I will say this, going down that journey and learning this in the last 3 months, it made me go down a full supplementation journey. I have learned so much. And it's just another thing to add to the bucket of taking care of myself in a way that will have me show up as best as I can. Again, this isn't perfection. This isn't trying to be the perfect person. I don't know what the perfect person looks like. I just know that I'm trying to be better Christy. That's all I can share with you. But I would suggest for you to get a full physical and actually ask to have your iron checked, since obviously some doctors don't check for that, even though so many women are turning up anemic and, vitamin D deficient and everything. I see it everywhere now. And I'm like, so we all going through this at the same time, I see, right? But go on and ask for that, and also find out what other supplements you are missing. I didn't know, okay? Since I have been supplementing for the last 3 months, I can tell you that I feel so much better and so energetic that At first I was actually kind of annoyed. I was annoyed because I kind of had to figure some things out, me and Chat GPT on my own. Then I go to the doctor, test me for this. I had to tell her my own test that I wanted her to run. But once I got over being upset that no one found it and I had to find it myself, I started supplementing. And I started reading what supplements and reading, oh, this is synthetic and this is a natural supplement and that type of thing. And again, I don't want to go deeply into this because this is not my lane. I just want to tell you the way to get started on it. I take a few supplements now every day. And the way that my energy has increased, I wouldn't even say that it's doubled. It's more than doubled. I'm back to jogging on the treadmill. I couldn't jog for the last 5 years. It left. And I'm not a long distance jogger. I'm going to do a sprint for about 2-3 minutes. That was my max at the time, 5 years ago. And then I'm going to go back to a brisk walk and do sprints. I might do 5 or 6 sprints through my walk. Gone for the last 5 years. I'm back to sprinting. I'm very happy about that. Let's see what that looks like on Christy. But I wanted to give you those 3 things because it's some of the things that we don't necessarily think about. We get up and we are dogging our body out. Oh, we dog our body out. We dog ourselves out. We eat crap. We start off with crap. We have crap in the middle of the day. We end the day with crap. We don't sleep well. We're death scrolling on socials. And then we expect our body to some type of way perform like a damn athlete. How? How? Explain that to me. How do we expect our bodies to do these things? We're human. We have to, if we want good output, we have to have good input. Okay? That is what I want to stress to you. I have learned some of this like over the last 20 something years. So you don't have to go 20 something years. You don't have to go 5 years with low energy to find out your iron is low. You don't have to go all this time to find out, oh, you're vitamin D deficient. Girl, I'm telling you now, go have them doctors check specifically. Annoying as it is, sometimes you got to walk in and say, give me these tests, please. Since you're just like, well, everything looks good. No, test me. Test my iron. My feet cold all the time. Sucks. Test me. Okay. So CEOs, I hope that this helps. This was part 3 and we have 6 parts, but I wanted to make sure that I touched on this because it is a very important part of your glow up. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe and watch the first 2 parts of this glow up series. And I will see you soon. Bye.